Hello. I got a good question from someone about making a scatter plot with GeoGebra, how to do that. So let's look at it in this class here. That happens in the second section of our book. So if I go to text and technology, I'll go to the online book so it'll pop up right in my browser here. And I'm heading to the first section of the second chapter, on down the page to the exercises. And there's the first one. Create a scatter plot of income versus age and describe the relationship. Okay, let me show you how that works in our buddy GeoGebra. Watch this. Actually it'll work better if I share my entire screen with us, because that way we'll be able to see a second window with the graph with GeoGebra in it. Let me set that up. What's going on there? All right, come on, computer. New share, the whole screen. Great. Okay, I'm heading over to geogebra.org/classic. All right, whenever I want to make any kind of graph at all here at geogebra.org/classic, I got to be at the spreadsheet. That puts a hashtag spreadsheet onto the web page. So geogebra.org/classic, hashtag spreadsheet. I'm going to enter in these values. That's going to be kind of boring, but I guess there's one important thing to note. Never write any commas in the spreadsheet. It'll just mess it up. Oops, I typed one wrong. 70,000. Yeah. 12,800. This is about as fun as watching paint dry, but it's going to work out. Oh, wait. They said income versus age. Did you know that they mean the first one should be the response variable? So let me copy those and put them over in the second column. Those are just the first 5 incomes there in the second column. Age I'll put in the first column, because I don't know when statisticians got in the habit of saying the response variable versus the explanatory variable, but they did at some point, and it doesn't get emphasized a lot in courses. Should I do a few more? All of them? Is that enough for an example? Maybe a few more. Let's do 34, a few more ages. 34, 21, 28, 29, 33. Yeah, I'm going to do half the data set. That'll give us 10 pairs. For the 6th person, they make 30 grand a year. 1, 2, 3. 7th person makes $4,500 a year. 8th person, $20,000 per year. 9th person, 25. And last person on this part of the list, $42,000 per year. Again, to do this whole problem, you'd want to have the entire list, all 20 values for both ages and incomes. Now let's make the graph. Once these values are in the spreadsheet, be sure to light them up. You can just select the column names and the whole columns will light up in bright blue. Then let me grab my little annotation tool down here so I can emphasize things. Don't forget where you can find the data analysis menu is under that little button with a histogram on it. So select that and you'll see 3 options. The second one looks like a little scatter plot. It says 2 variables. Regression. Yeah, that's it. 2 variable regression analysis. Select that option. And in the time it takes you to exhale, GeoGebra will have drawn you a lovely scatter plot to the right of your spreadsheet. You'll notice I can adjust its size of the window. That'll adjust how the scatter plot looks. I can do that with my entire window if I want to make it smaller or bigger, but it'll maintain the same basic aspect. And that's a scatter plot. Boom. If you want to put it into your work, don't forget that right here is the Oh, there's settings here if you want to change some settings and see what you can do. There's options. I think it's actually called the options officially. Options include putting lines on the graph in case you want it to look a little wild and weird. I wouldn't do that. Don't do that. Or there's the graph one where you can show the grid. That might make it easier to read if that's preferable for you. And if you want to set the dimensions to be something you prefer, you can do that. I never bother. I just use the automatic dimensions pretty much every time by options. The other thing right up there at the top is you can see it's that arrow coming out of the box. That's where you can export this as it'll end up being I think a PNG file, which you can drop into any kind of document you're typing in as you like. Copying to the graphics view to paste somewhere else, your mileage may vary depending on how nice your browser is with wherever you're typing your work. I usually export. So that's the big stuff for making your buddy a scatter plot. I'll scoot that over to here. And there you go. Once you want to not see this little box, just tap anywhere on the graph. That's not the box saying export, and it goes away. Heck, a screenshot works just as well. I hope that helps answer your question. Have a great one.